Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that has often been very overlooked: why democracy is ruining Africa. Democracy has its perks, whereby you do not have very competent leaders at the time to lead the nation forward. But too bad, it gets stagnant and leads to bad things. So, I'm going to tell you what democracy in Africa is getting wrong, or what is it is how it is degrading Africa. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a solution. So, point number one, this one is quite obvious. Popular people are chosen over competent people. Most competent people, most professions, uh, they do not, or do I say, they do not have the loud mouths that it takes to be politicians. So often they are sidelined. Let me add just a small point. Where is it? So they are often sidelined by these people who can talk uh, and instigate hate against each other and verbally abuse each other. These are the guys that are chosen. So that's point number one. Number two, you have dynasties. We have political dynasties. You find this guy's father was a president. Now he brings his son to become president. Also, you get other situations whereby it's people who are leaving seats, not only between the presidential seats but also these other smaller seats. There's some succession, and it's not based on competence mainly, it's based on popularity. This is very wrong and leads to no development, and it leads to stagnation and degradement of the state as a homogeneous people group. It, in short, makes you be not naturally selected out of the ecosystem, because for developed countries, they have already developed, so they can use democracy. But to get forward, us, we cannot use democracy, because democracy is a stagnative tool. We need a government, not authoritarian in a sense, but a people's government that pushes the development forward. Then after the development, you can now start doing a better version of democracy to maintain the state, something like that. And then number three, weakening of institutions, because this guy knows he's not going to be there for long. He will try to mend the laws to make it easy for him when he gets out, so the law does not come and arrest him for things like corruption, which he or she has done. We also have that problem. We have number four, it weakens the quest for uh, national unity, because let's face it, black people do not have a strong state. Nobody can defend black people on earth, because they are weak. There's no strong black people state. So we need unity for Africa to be one country and the biggest country on earth and the most powerful nation on earth. Unfortunately, you cannot do that if you are still playing hide and seek between small government of many small states. You cannot do that. You need one strong government and a very devolved functionality. And number five, corruption. This guy, when he goes there, he wants to steal as much money as possible, and then using the backing of number three, editing the laws to benefit himself, is going to get away with it. We have seen this multiple times. And then number six, poor development. These people are going just there to do things that will make people say, "Wow, you did a good job," but in fact, they just sugarcoated the things. A good example is the roads. They just make roads just to make them. They do not make the roads to last. Now you clap for somebody that has built a road for you. Little do you know this road will not last very long, because he did a lot of projects to appease the people, but he did not do the quality the people need. And then we have number seven, and this is a very big problem in Africa, such that because there is no form of gender nationalism between black people, now the systems that those politicians use, it's dividing people amongst tribal lines. And now when you're divided among tribal lines, they get what they want, but they ruin the quest for unity of Africa and the strength of Africa. They diminish it. They diminish it, and this is one of the major problems of democracy. And then we have number number eight. Number eight is centralization. Democracy is a borrowed concept from the Western people, and what it happens, even though the leader is not competent or not, as long as he's popular, a lot of power and function will be based upon him and his friends, the cabinet ministers, the members of parliament, the government, the governors. The people need at least 30 public services, and now you are concentrating it on a few people. That way the nation will never develop, and then they control the fund, they centralize the fund, so it will not work. What needs to work is devolution and strings of a lot of leaders being paid almost average salaries that will make incremental gains in each of their professions. And that is what I bring you as Gaita. I bring you reform for Africa, unity for Africa, a strong Africa, the biggest nation on earth, the only nation for black people, and also the most militarily powerful country on earth and economically powerful country on earth. If we join hands together, I believe we can achieve this. We can build a strong Africa and a nation that lasts for centuries and centuries, even up to eternity. We can do that if we unite and outsmart other people. Because if we don't, we will cease to exist as a race because of choosing poor leaders each and every time. This was the video for today. See you in the next video.